Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to school and happy 2021. I do hope that you had a really lovely Christmas break. We certainly missed breaking up together the way that we normally do, but I'm really looking forward to this year that we can start again and get back on with all the things that we were doing before we had to stop school so suddenly. Well, Christmas isn't quite over yet, and I want to spend the next couple of days looking at events around the visit of the Magi or the wise men to Jesus. So, tomorrow is what we call Epiphany, January the 6th, and that's where the Christian church remembers the visit of the wise men and what it meant in history and how they had predicted and known that a special baby was going to be born and their visit confirmed who Jesus was believed to be. There are lots of stories that have grown up around the visit of the wise men, and I'm going to tell you one today that isn't completely true, although there is some truth in it. And it explains why many people decorate their homes and their Christmas trees with tinsel. So, the idea of this story that I'm about to share with you is that it's a good way to understand why people might choose this sort of decoration at Christmas time to decorate their tree or their house. So have a listen to the story and see if you can work out which bits are fiction, which bits are made up, and which bits actually are true to the Christmas story. When King Herod heard that a new baby king had been born, he was very worried. He thought the new king would grow up and take over his kingdom. The more Herod thought about it, the more angry he became. He decided that he could not allow this baby to live. So he sent his soldiers to Bethlehem to kill every child who was 2 years old and under. Joseph had already been warned by God that he needed to escape with Mary and Jesus, so they were not in Bethlehem when the soldiers actually arrived. They were hiding in a cave in a hill nearby. Inside the cave, it was bitterly cold. A spider saw the family and decided to help. Carefully, the spider wove his best web over the mouth of the cave to keep out the wind. Round and round the spider went until the cave mouth was completely covered in a fine web of silk. As the night drew on, it got colder and colder, and the web became covered with sparkling frost. As Herod's soldiers had done their awful work in Bethlehem, they now started to scour the hillsides for anyone else who might have escaped. They walked by the cave entrance, which was closed in a thick web covered in frost. Inside, Mary and Joseph could hear the soldiers, and they held their breath in fear. "They can't be in there," said one of the soldiers. "Look at that spider's web. It hasn't been disturbed for ages." The soldiers moved on, leaving the baby Jesus unharmed. Not only had the spider tried to keep them warm, but the spider had saved their lives as well. So this legend tells us why tinsel is used at Christmas. It's a reminder of the spider's web crisscrossing across the entrance to the cave, so that the soldiers were left to think that nobody could be in there or the spider's web would have been disturbed. It's not completely true, but part of it is. There was a king called Herod, and he did order for the babies to be killed because he was so scared that a baby had been born who was going to grow up and take his place and take his kingdom. There were people who wanted to get rid of Jesus, but there were also those people like the shepherds and the wise men and the humble spider who welcomed him and were pleased that he had come. So next year, or even tonight as you take your Christmas decorations down, or next year as you put your decorations up, remember the legend of the tinsel and the spider who created that web. And not only did he keep Jesus and Mary and Joseph warm, but he saved the life of Jesus too. So tomorrow we would like you all to come dressed up as a character from the Nativity. It's completely up to you who you choose, but we are really looking forward to seeing your costumes. The teachers are going to join in too. They've got a plan as to who they want to be. So come in your costumes. We will take lots of photos. We'll set up some nativity scenes and take pictures of you as if you were actually doing a nativity play. And tomorrow, as I said, is Epiphany, and I'll be telling you another story tomorrow around the wise men and their visit, and then what happened after they had visited Jesus. So, as I said, welcome back. It is so lovely to have you back in school, and we are really looking forward to this term with you and carrying on with doing the things that we love doing together. Have a good day, everybody, and I will see you soon.